ESPN welcomes you live to Richmond International Raceway in Virginia. It's sunny but cool in Richmond as 40 cars and drivers get set for the third race of the 96 season. The cool weather has not kept the fans at home. They're ready for the Pontiac Excitement 400. After 2 races, there are several who finished in the 95 season top 25 in points that are not in the current top 25. It's a rather long list. And notice at the bottom is the defending NASCAR Winston Cup champion who comes into this event 43rd in the points. Last year, he was on top of the heap. But he and his teammate are up front today. Here's Dr. Punch.
He won the race, but Friday afternoon, going in turn 3 just before qualifying, bam! He locks up the brakes. In the wall he goes. They go to a backup car. We can see the damage to that automobile. They bring out the backup car. He makes 1 lap. He qualifies 38, but he comes back on Saturday morning and will qualify and start 26th.
Now for the most dramatic words in the world of professional sports, our Grand Marshal, Mike Mitchler.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
And the 40 cars fire to life here, getting set for our afternoon of racing at Richmond International. Third starting position here this afternoon. In fact, let's take a look at the entire starting lineup. On the pole will be Terry Labonte, qualifying at 123.728, and alongside his teammate Jeff Gordon, same front row as last weekend at Rockingham. In the second row, it'll be Bobby Hamilton and Ricky Craven, starting 3rd and 4th. 5th and 6th will be Mark Martin in car number 6 and Bill Elliott in the 94 McDonald's Ford.
Next row we find Steve Grissom and alongside Joe Nemechek. Back in row 5, Dale Earnhardt will be on the inside and Kenny Wallace. Great start for Kenny on the outside. In row 6, we have Dale Jarrett, and on the outside, the old man, Darrell Walter.
And in row 7, we have Ken Schrader in the Budweiser Chevrolet and Rusty Wallace in the Miller Ford. Row number 8 is made up of Ted Musgrave in the Family Channel Ford and Sterling Marlin, 2-time Daytona 500 winner in the Kodak Chevrolet. Row number 9, we find Wally Dallenbach and Rick Mast.
Jeff Bodine will start in the 19th position, and he'll be going all the way, unlike he did last week because of the broken ribs. Outside of that row will be Elton Sawyer. Row number 11 is Jeff Burton and Morgan Shepherd. And in the 12th row, Robert Presley to the inside and Brett Bodine outside.
Mike Wallace, who finished 4th yesterday in the Busch Grand National Race, will start inside row 13, and Ernie Irvin, fastest qualifier, outside him. Row 14, Derek Cope, main and tail car, and Ward Burton, who's off to a terrible start in 1996, needs to get it turned around. Jeremy Mayfield and Jimmy Spencer next.
And in the 16th row, we find Hut Strickland and Dave Marcus. Dave having a good year so far. Row number 17 is Johnny Benson, fighting pneumonia here today, and Ricky Rudd in the Tide Ford. Row number 18, we find the Michael Waltrip Citgo Ford and Kyle Petty's Coors Light Pontiac.
And the 4 drivers who took provisionals to get in, Bobby Labonte and John Andretti. And in the 20th row, starting 39th and 40th, it's Lake Speed and Bobby Hillen. And Johnny Benson, as Ned mentioned, is suffering from pneumonia, and the car doesn't appear to be running very well.
And he's got bigger problems with pneumonia right now.
Yeah, just apparently wouldn't fire.
David Green standing by to jump in as a relief driver if Johnny thinks that he needs one. Is in turn number 3. Only 3 went home from here. Dick Trickle driving Loy Allen's car, also Randy McDonald and Robbie Faggart. There's the huge crowd on hand here this afternoon for the 3rd race of the 96 season, our first NASCAR Winston Cup telecast, and we're ready to go. Benson rolls out of the pit area, but he's a lap down as the battle up front is underway. Labonte has taken the lead, but look at Bobby Hamilton getting past Jeff Gordon for second. And now Hamilton has his sights set on the lead. And Benson has a lot of room to make up, but he's trying to do it. He goes to the inside there of John Andretti, making it 3 wide. Oh, we have contact, and Michael Waltrip spins in turn number 4, and Strickland amazingly didn't hit him.
And the caution still hasn't been thrown. Michael's waiting for the caution, and they're waiting for Michael. Finally, Michael wanted to get out of the way, get out of the middle of the race.
Back there in the 4th corner as 3 wide racing was happening.
And you just can't do that on this racetrack. It's wide enough, and Michael Waltrip sees that opening on the inside, but he runs in there and clips the car number 37 of John Andretti, and around he goes. Everybody else gets by.
Well, we got a lot going on here at Richmond. Ernie Irvin in trouble. Hut Strickland got into trouble, and Wally Dallenbach was an innocent victim. Now, here is the first incident that we had. The car involved in the first incident, that's Hut Strickland. Strickland repairing damage, as is the case with Wally Dallenbach. Now, here's what happened. The field had just gotten the yellow flag, and Irvin just ran into Wally Dallenbach. It looked to me like, Ned.
That's the way it looked, and this had nothing to do with Hut Strickland other than the fact that the caution flag came out. Over here, there's Strickland spinning out on another part of the racetrack, and they came by and got the caution flag here, and Ernie Irvin and Wally Dallenbach got together.
5 laps on this racetrack last fall during the night race. Oh, Michael Waltrip and Johnny Benson came together.
Oh, some heavy contact that time. And Benson spins right in front of the leader.
Just kisses the wall. And there's no caution out yet. Yeah. Now there is.
And Michael Waltrip is going to race as hard as he can to get his lap back. Benson gets his car going.
In the incident earlier, he's behind the wall. This is the reason for the most recent caution.
There we see the contact between the 2 cars as they go down in the corner, and Hamilton goes up and almost runs in the back of Michael Waltrip. Michael jammed on the brake trying to avoid Benson and almost got Hamilton in the deal.
Not a whole lot of damage probably to Johnny Benson's car, but a little bit on the right side. Let's take a look at it from another angle.
Watch the tires, watch the smoke when they make contact right there. We can see as the tires start rubbing the sheet metal, the smoke boil up, and Benson jams on the gas and just barely makes contact with the wall. And all the
looked tempting, though.
It did look very tempting, that hole on the inside of Earnhardt. And we've got a crash. Jeff Bodine is in the wall in the QVC car up in turns 1 and 2, and the caution is out.
Car is up against the wall, and there won't be any other car involved.
Looks like there will be some damage to the left rear. Yes, there is.
Jeff Bodine in the QVC Ford.
Well, we'd seen Terry Labonte trying to get around Jeff, and he's not close to him there, but he does come down and clip the Dave Marcus car, number 71. They make contact, and it sends Jeff around and back into the wall. There's Sterling Marlin and Dale Jarrett both getting by.
Boy, it's been a season of bad luck so far for Terry Labonte, right, Bill?
Boy, you're not kidding, Bob. Fortunately, he started on the pole last week, started on the pole here today, maybe going to turn it around. Car not handling all that well, but we're starting to move through the field. But here's the big bad news for Terry Labonte. During his last pit stop, Terry ran over his favorite drinking cup, Batman. This is all that remains. So this team is going to have to go to a backup drinking cup. 508 consecutive starts for number 509. Terry's going to have a new drinking cup here in the Winston Cup Series. Let's go down
here of the Pontiac Excitement 400 at Richmond International Raceway, and here's how it happened.
That's the 12 car. Derek Cope and Ernie Irvin at 28. They get 24 off the gas a little bit, and Bobby Hamilton goes by the STP Pontiac once again in front.
Jeff Gordon had his worst finish of 1995, 36th here last year. He's battling Bobby Hamilton for the lead here this afternoon, but in his rearview mirror, not too far behind, is the 2 car of Rusty Wallace.
1.3 seconds, as a matter of fact, and here we have a battle for the lead on the front stretch. It's Gordon on the inside, Hamilton on the inside, and Gordon has it.
And there's only 1.3 second difference between second and third.
Charge towards the front. He has caught Jeff Gordon, the 2 Jeff. Now it's the Jeff and Jeff show, no longer the Dale and Dale show.
Here's the Busch Race recap. Jeff Gordon leading 72 with the first 221 laps, 15 lead changes, 3 cautions for 15 laps, average speed 105.8. Here are the lap leaders and those who have picked up 5 bonus points, and we're going to add another name to that list because Jeff Burton will lead lap 224. Unbelievable. Here are some other drivers that have led at least 1 lap. And the only car out of the race at this point is Wally Dallenbach, who was involved in
Well, congratulations.
4.
And let's
Go. Keep going.
Look at him. In the wall.
Keep going.
He
Keep digging.
saved it.
Keep digging. He's out of there.
he just grazed the wall, but Marlin saved it.
I thought he was in the wall. Watch this. He goes in the corner a little bit too high, gets up in that loose stuff. Ain't no way. Ain't no way he saved that car, but he did.
Here's another angle. And Benny, as you pointed out many times, once you get up there in the marbles where that loose rubber is, there is no traction. It's just like ice, but he dirt tracked it right around in there.
Great job by Sterling Marlin.
But we have no choice. We want to win our first race for Musgrave. We will be slipping and sliding and dodging the concrete those last 5 laps. And we plan on.
It's out the window, Jerry. We got a caution. Darrell Waltrip has crashed here on the front straightaway.
Leader's coming off 4. Leader's got it. Leader's a 99. The 7 and the 29 are legal, Elbow. The 7 and the 29 are legal. Cleanup truck, come on out and get ready to come over here. Big sweep truck, come on out.
David Houston, NASCAR official, telling Elmo, the pace car drivers, we see Darrell Waltrip driving away with some damage to the Western Auto Chevrolet. And Bobby Hamilton was on pit road when the caution flag flew. He did not stop. He went through the pits and retained his position on the lead lap.
Well, that was a break for him.
Darrell was running in 20th position when the trouble happened. Let's see exactly what did. It looks like maybe somebody got into him. Who was that?
Wow.
Until it was.
Anyway, we have a lot of activity on pit road building. Here's John Kernan.
Well, Jeff Burton is in. They will change 4 tires. I haven't seen them make a chassis adjustment here in the second half of the race. Don't anticipate they'll need one now. They're finished around on the right side. Jack is down. Oh, it looks like the left front tire changer, the hose gets caught momentarily under the front air dam. But now they'll come around. Just a little bit of a miscue right there. And Jared is in. Let's go down to Bill Weber's. Jeff Burton's out. Flawless pit stop for the 88. Dale Jarrett beats out the 99 car. He's on his way. 16's on pit road, Jerry.
And a flawless 4-tire change. This Musgrave crew, they are jumping up and down and celebrating. What a tire change. 18.9 seconds. I had them on my clocks for 4 tires. And with that kind of change, guys, they have reason to celebrate.
Well, that was a great pit stop, Jerry. No doubt. Anytime you get under 20 seconds now, the fact that they can only use 2 air wrenches, that is a great pit stop. But there, Jeff Gordon made a good one too, Benny.
Yeah, he's the leader of the race right now.
And there's the damage on Darrell Waltrip's car as he comes down pit road. And we'll take a look at what happened again. And it looks like it was Ward Burton that may have had contact with Darrell there coming out of turn 4.
Yes, he hit him in the left rear, touched him in the left rear as he came off the corner. And as Darrell was trying to get straightened out, got into him again.
Capable of winning as the green comes out and resumes the race on lap 359.
There's still 14 cars on the lead lap.
Oh, Robert Presley's trying to save that baby.
It was a mess, though, over there.
It was a mess.
They keep running 3 abreast. There'll be another one.
Presley. There we see the green car. He and Jeremy Mayfield make some contact. And Robert does a great job in saving that baby.
Boy, that is a great job.
Sure did.
He's going to be almost 2 laps down when he gets back.
Whoa, we have a spin over in turn 2. Elton Sawyer.
No caution. No caution.
No.
Earnhardt is fun.
Now there'll be a caution. Well, I don't know. We'll see if he gets going. Right in front of the leaders.
No, Dale Jarrett almost makes contact with Musgrave. Man.
Thank goodness for spotters, huh? Man.
That was close.
Dale Earnhardt has not had a DNF in his previous 17 spring races here at Richmond. Right now, here is Earnhardt's spin from his roof can.
There's sees that trouble up there, and I guess he had no brakes, so he just said, I better spin her out here and keep from running head on into somebody.
So Dale Earnhardt goes further back down in the standings. He's now 34th, 6 laps down. Back in a moment.
Dale Jarrett.
Oh, and a big spin in the backstretch. 2 cars involved. Elton Sawyer and Ernie Irvin are at the inside of the racetrack in the backstretch. Sawyer is moving. Irvin isn't. Now he is.
Caution flag is out.
Here it is.
We see evidently Ernie made some contact as he came off the second corner because that was water.
Jeff Gordon has led 100.
And here's trouble here on the front straightaway. Jeff Bodine, Dave Marcus is up against the wall.
I think Jimmy Spencer is also involved. So we went so long without any cautions or any accidents, and now we've had a rash of them here in the last few laps as Dave Marcus still, now he begins to roll away from where he stopped. Didn't even run a full lap under green till we had another crash, this one up on turn number 3, bringing out the 8th caution of the afternoon. And this one involved a couple of cars. The guy that got the worst into the deal was Michael Waltrip, who spun up and hit the wall in turn 3 and stayed there long enough to bring out the flag.
You see Jimmy Spencer, the Smoke and Joe car involved. As he goes around, he continues on in the 75 car.
Morgan Shepherd got through there, I believe, didn't he, Benny?
Elsewhere on the track, Bobby Hamilton's roof cam.
Whoops. A little tap to John Andretti there.
Ooh, nice save by John. And now we are within 10 laps, so it'll be a single file restart. Getting set for a restart here at Richmond. The Pontiac pace car pulls off. Jeff Gordon brings them around corner number 4. They get the green. That's the completion of lap 395. We restart on 396. It's Gordon, Jarrett, Musgrave, Burton, Martin, Wallace, Labonte, Andretti.
And there's a big mess back for the rust with Terry Labonte, John Andretti, and Bobby Hamilton.
4 laps to go for Jeff Gordon. Ooh, close racing there between John Andretti and Terry Labonte. They're running 7th and 8th.
Hamilton goes by the car, takes that spot away. Meanwhile, Jeff Gordon pulled out to about a 5-car length advantage on Dale Jarrett.
And here's Jeff Burton trying to pass Ted Musgrave for the 3rd position.
Teammates racing against each other for 3rd. Musgrave able to hold him off at the moment, although Burton has a good inside position on him as they come out of the 2nd corner.
Gordon's car is strong coming off of turn 2. He really gets a bite coming off of that turn and pulls away.
This is Jeff's 7th race here at Richmond as we continue to watch this battle between Burton and Musgrave. His finishes 10th, 6th, 3rd, 2nd, 36th. A year ago at this time, he finished 6th here in the fall race.
There's the 3 Roush cars right together, 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
How about that? Up front, though, it's Gordon and Jarrett. As the white flag is coming out, and Jeff Gordon, the defending NASCAR Winston Cup champion, who has gotten off to a horrible start in 1996, is about to win his first race of the year if he can hold off Jarrett for another half lap.
And Bobby Hamilton was able to get by Rusty Wallace back for the 6th spot. Here we come.
Here comes the checkered flag. It's going to be Jeff Gordon winning, Jarrett 2nd, 3rd goes to Musgrave, then Burton, and then Mark Martin, followed by Bobby Hamilton, and then Rusty Wallace.
Wow, how about that? So Jeff Gordon does get everything untracked here at the Richmond Raceway.
It's his 10th career win, his last since Dover 9 races ago. Jeff Gordon pulls into victory lane and gets the monkey off of his back for 1996. Actually, it started in 1995. His average finishing position in the last 6 races prior to today, 28th. What is this all about? As Kyle Petty is down against the inside of the track. And who, Hamilton?
Bobby Hamilton, yeah.
Oh, well. we'll check on that as Jeff Gordon takes off the helmet and revisits victory lane for the first time since Dover of last year. This is his second short track win. He also won at Bristol last year. Brought Chevy home in front of 5 Fords and led 124 of the 400 laps here at Richmond International Raceway. Well, let's go down now for our McDonald's Winner's Circle interview. Here's Jerry Punch.
And Ray Evernham comes over and gives a big congratulations to his young driver. They talked about, hey, Ray said, I told you, if we just be patient, we'll be there. And we're ready now as Jeff Gordon gets ready to climb out of the car, and the fans have crowded to the fences to hear. Let's take a listen. Jeffrey, congratulations. Oh, he's not going to get, this guy will never get cold after winning a race. Jeff, congratulations on a great effort.
Oh, thank you, Jerry. We needed this so bad. You know, it's been a tough couple races. You know, we knew we had a lot of races left to go, and man, I tell you, I've been, you know, seeing the guys more. I wanted to make sure their morale wasn't getting down. I mean, I'm real interested in, you know, making sure this team doesn't come into this year and fall on its face, and these guys did a heck of a job. I got to say thanks to DuPont Automotive Finishes, and these Goodyear tires are great today also. You know, it was just a wonderful day, and Quaker State, our new sponsor. This is a day we've been looking for a little while here, and we've been searching, and I tell you, it feels so good to be able to do this today. These guys, they needed it, I needed it. This is a refreshing feeling.
About halfway through the race, Rick Hendrick turned to me and said, that young man is showing so much maturity by not using up the race car and being patient.
Well, we had a great car on a long run, and, you know, at the beginning, we only had to deal with a couple cars. Then all of a sudden, these Fords come out of nowhere, the 99 and the 88. I was like, man, what has happened? And then I come on the race, I said, have we slowed down or have they speed up? They said, no, they've gotten faster. So I knew in the long run we'd still reel them in, and that's the effort that Ray Evernham, these Rainbow Warriors, and myself, we all put in all day yesterday in practice. We knew we had a good car, you know, and we came here and we did the best that we could with it. And today, you know, having a win, I got to thank God. God has been with me through the ups and the downs, and it was difficult for 2 races to finish back in the 40th place back there anyway. And I think he's really been with me, especially today.
And that's bad. That's all history, right? It's all gone. 42nd and 40, that's all history.
Well, we moved up quite a bit in points anyway. But
oh, the monkey's off their back as he gets a big hug from Carlin and Rick Hendrick and Jeff Gordon back in victory lane here in 1996.
Now, let's show you what resulted in what we saw just a few minutes ago. As here is John Andretti coming up and giving Bobby Hamilton a bit of a tap there on the rear of the car, and then he drives up beside him and gives him another little nudge, and Hamilton stops and said, what's going on here, John?
I guess then they talked about it.
By the way, John slipped down to 12th at the line, and Hamilton wound up in 6th position. So that was a little skirmish that occurred after the checkered flag had come out.
And Kyle Petty stops to see what's happening with his dad's car.
That's what Kyle stopped for. Okay.